unexpected one for that Singapore defence, because it takes him across the penalty area here. It just unbalances Haris just for the moment. That's enough eventually to put Witan off his shot at goal. Incredible talent. I'm just talking about these incredibly talented Indonesian players.
He's off in Europe, Lechia Gdansk in Poland, Witan Sulaiman. And they played in the Serbian League. Talking of Serbian League, that's where Egy Maulana plays. He's just come across now. Indonesia. They had a little problem there. Didik Setiawan is okay. Here's Iksan. Trying to slip the ball to him, is a foul. Haris saw the run there of Faris Ramli. They're just looking to release him as much as they can, can't they?
You know what needs to be better there? The type of pass. In that situation, Haris, he kind of lofted it in behind. It needs to be a driven pass. He needs to hit it with his instep, like you're shooting at goal almost. You need to drive it in behind to that space so there's pace on the ball. And it becomes difficult for a defender to recover and maybe even read the flight of it. It's Indonesia knowing that Singapore have that threat on the counter-attack. That defense is going to have to be alert all throughout this match.
Touch on Brian Witten's a nice one. Here's Asnawi. Back to Witan Sulaiman. Safwan Barudin by the Indonesian skipper.
Yes, now he's gone straight through Safwan here. I mean, you can see those fighting qualities. He is late with that challenge.
Well, coming into this, Indonesia had the most fouls, 58 fouls. They came in, the most yellow cards, 9. And yeah, some of the ASEAN press, particularly Vietnam, because of what happened in their group game, called them, well, weren't very diplomatic, shall we say, in the press about what they saw as the tactics and the way they played their football. It was rough. I think it's probably the most diplomatic way of saying it.
And again, Singapore looking to just move things on very quickly. Intelligent touch from Song. He turned away from Risky and left his knee in the thigh of Song Woo-yong.
All those yellow cards have accumulated. That's why we have no place today for Ramai Rumakek, who is suspended for this one. They have 9 yellow cards. Singapore not far behind. 51 fouls coming into this game with 8 yellow cards. Here's Shadan Sulaiman. Good ball across to a looping header! And that was creeping in from Safwan. That's what he's so good at doing.
Yeah, nice idea. Really nice idea from Safwan. You can see exactly what he was trying to do as the ball came into him, just trying to use the pace of it. Notice that Nadeo was off his line, trying to guide it and loop it over him. Again, Shadan with the pinpoint delivery from the set piece.
He's one of the danger men for Singapore in the set pieces, but completely free header, wasn't it?
Yeah, he just managed to peel away from that defense. And sometimes when you get yourself out in those wider positions, that defense can just forget that you're a threat. Nobody's sort of talking in that defense, paying attention to his positions, and that can be an issue. So Fahmi stepping up to take the corner this time.
Referee just spotting that bit of tussling in the box. Faris Ramli and I think Rahmat Irianto. They might be sensing a goal here, Singapore. Nadio, maybe a bit of a touch on it, could have been a defender as they try to hit Singapore on the counter here. Indonesia storming forward with Didik Setiawan, onside or not? No, the flag has gone up for Irfan.
There could have been a chance there for Indonesia, you know, the potential to break forward here. Just needed to keep himself onside there, Irfan Jaya.
So Fahmi across to Nazrul Nazari. with Shadan Sulaiman. Midfield made up of 3 players from the same club team, Lion City Sailors, Shadan Sulaiman, Haris Harun and Song Woo-young. So a lot of familiarity there. Got Faris Ramli as well, you've got Nur Adam Abdullah, who dominate Singapore Premier League at the moment.
Indonesia bisa nge-GS.
Here's Song. It's done well, Song. Looking good. Haris. See what he was trying to do.
They can just touch it on with the space behind the Indonesian defence for Iksan to get on the end of.
Nasty collision. Play will continue for now. In front. Just winded, I think.
And it'll hurt both players. It's one of those, isn't it, that both these guys have got to go for. 50-50 ball in the air, both eyes on the ball, wanting to win it. This is coming together. Dari Setiawan and Irfan.
Be fine in a minute, won't you?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be bad enough to keep you off or take you off in a semi-final.
Didik preferred to Ezra Walian today, who's been pretty much the first choice striker for Indonesia. Maybe a little bit less mobile than Didik.
His output hasn't quite been the best in this competition, but you can see his role in the team. In certain instances, he's got mobile players around him, so he's almost like that foil, that target man that he can play it into, release it, quick touches into runners off him.
So free kick here for Indonesia. Alfiandra Dewanga. Dewanga right into the wall. Iksan. That's a hugely ambitious ball for Song Woo-young to get onto.
Gives possession back to Indonesia straight away. It does allow Singapore, obviously, to push up the pitch, as they've done here.
Ricky Kambuaya. We haven't mentioned too much until now. Indonesia just edging possession at the moment. But, in terms of chances, not too many for either side.
Just not the relationship here between Rahmat and Alfiandra. When Alfiandra does step out, as he's doing here to apply pressure on Singapore in midfield, Rahmat steps back into that back line. Singapore broken through the middle here.
There is Haris Harun. Play continues. There is a foul caught on Faris. They're going on. Asnawi. Through the legs. Shadan back to Asnawi. Can they finish? Yes, they can. What a goal that is for Indonesia. Witan Sulaiman opens the scoring.
Oh, that is brilliant from Indonesia, and that's all Asnawi. The desire to make something happen for his team down that right-hand side. Haris tried to foul him, almost took him down, got back up on his feet, and then this give and go here. The return pass, Asnawi nutmegging Shadan, and then the return ball from Witan, first time into that space for Asnawi, and then the cut back. Wonderful finish from Witan. You know, he just doesn't panic in that situation, allows the ball to come across his body, opens up his body inside of the foot, guides it away from Hassan Sani. That's a wonderful, wonderful goal.
Didn't need to take the extra touch, Russell, first time. That helped, didn't it?
You look at his game intelligence and his wonderful technique with Tan. He gets himself into these positions and he knows exactly what he's going to do when the ball comes into him. Do I know this situation? I need to pass it first time, and I've got the technique to do it. So he doesn't need to hold on to it, as some players might need to do in those situations before playing a pass.
First shot on target, Indonesia, results in a goal. They have the lead here, just coming up to the half-hour mark in this semi-final first leg. Offside, Dedik Setiawan.
But really, that was the brilliance from Asnawi down that right-hand side. He just broke free, broke forward. He tried to bring out that, yeah, he is just a little bit offside, isn't he?
Shut up. Important touch there. It's with Asnawi, who had the assist. The goal, that was great run from him.
They tried to do the cynical side of it, didn't they? Your favourite part of the game, taking players down in the counter-attack.
Here's Nazrul Nazari.
And you know what? Credit to the referee as well for not being quick on the whistle. Allow play to go on, allowed Indonesia to have that advantage. Even though now he was stumbling over, looking like he was going to fall, but he got himself back up on his feet.
Big discussions there, Shin Tae-yong. Well, as soon as Singapore conceded that goal, their coach Tatsuma was telling them, just heads up, quickly get the ball back. There he is. He's been very much defending his side, and both Haris Harun, the skipper, and the goalkeeper Hassan Sani have been quick to defend him as well. Putting on a show of unity, Singapore. Here's Faris Romley. See what Iksan was looking to do there. Witan Sulaiman, the goal scorer. Now Kambuaya. There's a foul. The referee will call that back. Rahmat Irianto touching his wrist.
Yeah, it was Zulfami that just got given a bit of the runaround here from Kambuaya, and Rahmat. It's that arm that comes across him. And the referee will have a word with Zulfami. A warning perhaps. It's interesting for Indonesia how they can swap it around.
There's our man, Witan Sulaiman, who scored the goal with Asnawi supplying it.
It starts from when they break forward down that right-hand side, and then he goes down that channel, that give and go with Witan, as I mentioned, the intelligence of when he needs to play that first time and that first touch into Asnawi, and then continues his run. He's not passing it and then admiring his pass or looking at it and going, oh, that's beautiful, Asnawi, go and see what you can do. He's give it, go. What's the next position I can take up? And that's in the penalty area. And the weight on that ball from Asnawi as well means Witan can just allow it to come across his body, open himself up, and guide it past the goalkeeper.
Dedik. That's great work there from Irfan. On to Song Wei-yong. Now Nazrul. Here's Iksan. Rahmat Irianto is looking to come back on shortly. There's another man down here for Indonesia though.
Yeah, I mean, Irfan, again, eyes on the ball. He's got to go for that. He's got to go for that. It's just unfortunate in that situation. There was a play in the way.
I think some of the other teams might be thinking Indonesia getting a bit of a taste of their own medicine, because they have been freely dishing it out. As I said, the team with the most fouls in this tournament thus far. Pertama is okay. They won't care. They've got the all-important goal at the moment. Someone's got some thinking to do.
Now, before we went through that replay of the goal, I was just talking about Indonesia's ability to switch it up, and it's when you've got players who are so versatile and technically sound and technically very good, you can almost, at times in matches, just rotate it. And so at times you see Rahmat Irianto playing in central defence, at times you see Alfreandra in there, and then in midfield they switch it around a little bit as well. And on this occasion, Alfreandra just dropped into that back line.
Away by Fakhruddin. Towards Didik Setiawan. Safwan gets there ahead of him. Here's Rahmat, who's okay now. Important touch from Song Woo-yoon. And there's a foul on him.
Yeah, I mean,
the yellow card.
That's another awful challenge. The two left backs have gone flying into the opposition. Both have come away with just yellow cards. Look at this here. I mean, Song takes it away from him. And that's such a late challenge. And again, I have to go back to challenges like this. We've seen them. We've seen players in those situations get sent off.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's a horrible challenge. It was the same with...
Do you think both of them have been a bit lucky?
I think both of them have been lucky. I think Nur Adam was fortunate with his first one. And Arhan has been fortunate with that as well. The referees let them both off the hook.
Could be 10 against 10. Again, thankfully, he's got up quickly. Witan Sulaiman was on the receiving end of Nur Adam's challenge earlier. So, set pieces we talked about. Safwan, remember, similar position earlier, got a header on target that Nadio just managed to tip over. Touch on by Irfan. And they'll get it away, Indonesia. There's Nasrul Nazari to cover. Back to Hassan Sani. Zulfahmi under pressure here. He's lost the ball. Needs to get himself up quickly. And Indonesia into the side netting. That could well have been number 2, Witan Sulaiman as well, to his tally.
Wonderful pressing by Indonesia. Really good pressing. Look at that, Witan's already saying that's where the next pass is going to go. I'm going to close off this angle. It's going to go out to Zulfahmi Rahmat Irianto. Wonderful work from him. Just more aggressive, just hungry in that situation. Zulfahmi has a look up. He doesn't see any options in front of him, so he thinks, I'm just going to try and hang on to this if I can. But Rahmat's just too aggressive there. And you got to understand the referees as well. Some referees would have given a free kick to Zulfahmi in that situation, saying there was a late challenge. But with this referee, he kind of tends to let things go a little bit.
I think that was a hope, wasn't it, from Zulfahmi when he went down there.
It's put Hassan in a lot of trouble there.
There's Tatsuma having a chat with Nur Adam in particular. Take us through this, Roshan.
I'm going to guess the red magnets are Singapore players, and he's trying to say trying to say to Nur Adam, perhaps touch line a bit. Let's have a look at the goal. Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see from us now. He was taken out initially by Haris, and you're thinking in these situations, you know, he's going to be a massive player with Witan Sulaiman.
Him and Egy are the two that Indonesia are pinning their hopes on. Maulana arrived only yesterday, so will not be available until Saturday. Yes, that's right. For the second leg. Good news for Singapore is that Hassan Sani is up. Yeah, Russia, just going back there, it appeared that he was looking to try and push Nur Adam a bit further up on that board. Tatsuma?
I think he wanted him to perhaps maintain his width a little bit more, so there could have been an outlet potentially for him. But that's another lovely run from Witan. And what I like tactically about Witan's role here is that he's got that freedom to go and exploit any sort of spaces that he wants to. And it becomes very difficult to pick up. Really excels in that sort of free role in possession, I think, Witan.
Iksan won't get that. Back to Nadio. Here's Alfredo Devanga. Loves spreading those passes, doesn't he? All the way back.
There could have been a bit of defensive instruction to Nur Adam there as well. But we see him now just looking to try and stretch out that Indonesian back line off the ball. Of course, as decide to go straight down the middle instead of to this left-hand side.
Here's Nur Adam. Oh, lovely work from him. He's the best young player in the Singapore Premier League last season. Devanga with the clearance. Here's Nazrul Nazari. Singapore looking for the equaliser. Shadan Sulaiman out to Nur Adam. Now Safwan. Faris gets a touch on Shadan. There's a foul on him. He's got the ball, ref. It's being said by Irfan.
Nice and patient in possession there, Singapore. I like how they've sort of just looked to work this. Gets to the ball first. It looks to me like a good challenge. You know, from the referee's point of view, he might think it's overly aggressive and from behind, but I mean, I think he's actually put a decent challenge in.
So these situations have been Singapore's strength, as we've mentioned. And that's why Indonesia very wary of them. Shadan Sulaiman. Nur Adam, Zulfahmi standing over the ball.
Semangat Indonesia.
It's Zulfahmi. Somehow that's been kept in. It's away by Rahmat Irianto. Just about 3 minutes left in this first half. Nur Adam, lovely control by him. One back by Witan Sulaiman though. And there was a foul on Nur Adam. But Shin Tae-yong not happy with that decision and how long perhaps it took.
Yeah, I think they're just looking to see if there was an opportunity for an advantage to take place. Irfan's gone down on the far side of the pitch. He's got back up on his feet. That's good to see.
Zulfahmi. Should be
Selamat malam
at a time, of course,
Indonesia.
with the injury stoppages that we had. Now we'll get to Song Wei-yong. Back with Indonesia now. There's Kambuaya. Zulfahmi looks annoyed.
Yeah, Ricky Kambuaya, I think he's been excellent for Indonesia in midfield. And he's one of those players, you know, all the eyes will be on everyone else. Witan Sulaiman will be talking about Negi Maulana, Elkan Bagat, but Kambuaya is that machine in midfield, never stops running, and he's such an intelligent player as well. I love how he's aware of his positions and the body shape that he needs to take up to receive, to turn away from pressure, sees what's happening around him.
Ruanga up against Iksan. Roshan, you'd mentioned earlier that you felt Singapore in midfield, it's not been their best work. They've been good on the transitions, perhaps. Same kind of problems today?
Well, no, not particularly just in midfield. I mean, in possession, as a team, it's not looked. They've not looked that smooth. It's not looked that great. But when they do have these opportunities in the counter attacks, then that pass selection, the type of pass that they play into the spaces for runners, it's got to be better. It's got to be these driven passes, not these lofted style passes, which give time for defenders to reorganize themselves.
Lovely ball out from Hassan Sani to Nur Adam. Zulfami stepping out.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, you brought up exactly the same point I was going to bring up. You see Safwan picking up a yellow card for himself. That's a late challenge. Very late. Into the back of Witan. That's the ball kicked into him from Rahmat as well.
Yeah, no surprises, 3 minutes. We have had a number of stoppages, haven't we? For the fouls, the injuries. Murada. Would you say, Roshan, this scoreline probably a fair reflection of what we've seen so far, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think it is. I mean, create a chance like that with the quality that you have, finish it off. And I don't know if Singapore have actually created much danger. That's not to say Indonesia themselves have created much of note, but they had that moment of quality there from Asnawi and Witan with the finish. I mean, it's I struggle with that word deserve in football. It's a strange word in football for me, because you sometimes see what's the aim of the game? The aim of the game is to score goals, right? And to win matches. And you could have defended for 90 minutes and created like 2 chances, scored 1 goal, and end up winning the game. And people might say, yeah, but you didn't deserve to win.
Yeah.
I mean,
you've done the job, right?
You've done the job. What does that mean? You deserve it, right?
Here's Asnawi. Song battling away here against the wing-back. Faris, I should say, he gets a free kick here. Might be a little air frustration here for Singapore.
Yeah, the entire atmosphere, the environment around this has just gone a little bit flat, and this suits Indonesia. They've got the goal. They don't need to, open themselves up and be as aggressive as they were against Malaysia.
There's Irfan, loves his driving runs from time to time, up to Nazrul Lazari. It will be a throw-in. One final chance perhaps for Singapore at the end of this first half. Would change the complexion of this game, of course. They can score here. Nazrul. Another foul. Should probably rack things up in this first half. Pertama, he's been in the wars, hasn't he?
A lot more of that tactically disciplined performance from Indonesia here defensively. Similar, I would say, to what we saw the second half against Malaysia and against the whole game against Vietnam, pretty much.
Heavy touch on from Zulfami. Kambuaya. We've had the 3 minutes. And the first half comes to a close here at the National Stadium, with Indonesia in the lead against Singapore in the semi-final first leg.